coaching this generation's real estate superstars. Harris Real Estate University.
My office, I have a small brokerage up here in Long Beach, California. I was originally with Keller Williams Realty, and then I joined that firm and basically, got everything out of it that I could, and immediately signed up with training and coaching with Tim and Julie. Been with them pretty much since I've been in business. And then last May, I left Keller Williams and opened up my own little shop. So they asked me to talk a little bit about marketing to REO asset managers, which is, my business is about 90% REO until next week, where it will be 45% REO and 45% short sale. I'm going to go after those hardcore now after this. So let me tell you a little bit about how the REO business works, and just so you kind of give a little background. There are three places that you can get bank-owned properties, right? You have your servicers, right? And that's like Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Now those are the people that you actually send your mortgage into. Aurora. There's only a handful left now. There's also what are called outsourcers, right? And outsourcers these are third-party companies that have been set up specifically to sell REO properties. And the gentleman here earlier today from ResNet, US Res, is an outsourcer. So like, I think there's 1,000 outsourcers in the country, like 1,100, something like that. There's a ton. US Res, there's First American REO, there's LPS. I mean, there's tons of them. And then you have what are called the GSEs. And these are the government service entities. These are essentially, there's only three: Freddie Mae, Fannie Mac, and Ginnie Mae. So these are your three places that you can actually get REO assignments, just these three. And then under outsourcers, you even have, what we're starting to see more is, our hedge funds. Because what's happening is a lot of hedge funds are going in there and buying, scratch and dent mortgages, and what they're doing is then they're in turn acting like an outsourcer and selling them and putting them on the market. People like Carrington, like Condor, things like that. So kind of focusing on these things is where I want to start. The GSEs, Freddie Mae, Fannie Mac, and Ginnie Mae, they're very hard to get into. I only work with them on an outsourced basis because a lot of times they actually, like a servicer, like Bank of America, let's take Fannie for example. Fannie will do two things. They have 16 outsourcers that they work with, and they also have their own team. So Fannie Mae right now has about 65,000 REOs. About half of those go to outsourcers, and then half of them they service in-house. So there's no shortage of REOs out there, and there's certainly no shortage of servicers to go after properties. So the next thing is, so now you know this. This is what I do, I've been doing anyways, is really kind of knowing your market, right? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to go after like a company like SunTrust Mortgage or something that's in the East Coast if they have no loans in California. I only sell here in California, so it's not going to do a whole lot of good if I'm going after and spending my time on companies that have no assets in California. So I think the first thing you need to do is look at your local market and find out who has the properties, and it's pretty easy. For me, the best one is, the best one is agents, actually. Agents in your marketplace that are dominating the market. What I do is I track them all. I have my title rep sends me a report every month or two, which is a top list of all the 100 agents in the area, all their unit volume and everything. So I can track what agents my competition is. So I track that closely and see what their volume is doing. And then what I do is go into the MLS and look and find out who are their clients. Are they getting Fannie Mae assets? You can go into tax records. Are they getting Fannie Mae assets? Are they getting One West Bank assets? Who are your major competitors servicing? And then that's your client right there. That you go after those people. The other one is HomePath. I don't know if you do any Fannie stuff. If you go to HomePath.com, that's Fannie Mae's website. And they will actually list a property on HomePath before you even get the listing. So what's great about that is you can go and look and see what agents in the area are selling Fannie Mae stuff, and you can find out if there's any Fannie Mae properties in your market, and if so, you can kind of go after their outsourcers or go after Fannie Mae directly.
For free daily coaching, go to timandjulieharris.com. Harris Real Estate University.